You left. Good
morning. Good afternoon, sports junkies. Good evening, sports junkies.
Well, you know, all right, forever my co-host, not my former co-host, and then one of my closer friends. Demaz is with Ryan and I. My name is Kenneth Davis. Follow me at That's Davis. Follow Ryan at Ryan B. Ski and Ryan B. Ski 1. He's the executive producer of everything we do because we got some most stuff. And of course, all right, the special man in our hearts, all right, so one of the reasons we're all together, Demaz Burrell. Demaz Rose Burrell, but he said he was going to know. It's Demaz Burrell.
That's Rose.
Burrell Rose.
Well, you forgot Dr. Dirty D.
Dr. Dirty D. And Bibby. Follow him at Demaz1 on social media platforms. He's joining us as we do this episode on Brittney Griner. We all know that the WNBA star, we all would have won. A lot of WNBA stars make a lot of money in Russia, if you didn't know that. Diana Taurasi, maybe Sue Bird once, and I don't know if Griner was. Their teams in Russia actually will pay them not to play in the WNBA, so they're fresh when they come back to Russia. They make a lot more of their money overseas than they do necessarily in the WNBA. And also the WNBA season is shorter than the season over there. But we all know what's taking place with Ukraine and Russia as far as the war and Vladimir Putin tripping. And getting swept up in that, all the WNBA players that were over in Russia were basically told, and American citizens, to get out of there. Brittney Griner was going through, I don't know if she was going through customs or just going through TCA, you know what I'm saying, as far as Russian TCA. TSA, thank you, TSA, Russian TSA, right? But while she was going through there, they found out that she had some vape cartridges, all right? And, you know, so it's hemp oil. Anybody doesn't know, a vape pen, you put the cartridge on, you turn it on, and you can inhale it, and it gives you the effects of if you were smoking marijuana. I think she had 2 or 3. Ryan, did she have 2 or 3 vape cartridges that they found on her? I believe it was 2 or 3, and they were empty. I believe they were empty. But Ryan, you have a clip, and I definitely want Dee to see this clip of when they found the vape cartridges on Brittney Griner. All right, as we can see, there goes the dog. Now she's about to put her bag into, you know what I'm saying, the little scanner.
I see she got the Black Lives Matter sweater on.
She was done. She was caught in. They got it.
I said that yesterday. Oh, we got a target. We got a bogey here. Black Lives Matter.
Got a BLM.
Yes.
Tall, black, light-skinned Americans. Yes. All right. So,
yes, in Russia.
Okay, this is her stuff they're going through right now?
Yeah. Ryan, real quick, can you rewind that a little bit to when they open up her luggage?
It looked like a package from the post office.
That's what I want you to focus on, Demaz. All right, like that's where this
replay.
Hit replay.
Okay, all right. We got the German Shepherd here. All right, you ain't got nothing.
Not Russian. That's weird.
Right.
It's a Russian German Shepherd. That's the Nazi dog Putin's talking about. Look at her bag right there. Look at her bag, D. Look.
Okay.
Look at the Amazon.
Yeah, that's the thing that
she just got stuff. She got stuff over there. She's just got stuff. Gym shoes on the side. Okay, they going through it. All right. Okay.
I guess she doesn't have to pack clothes, right? Her sponsors can just give her something in whatever country she's in.
Okay, so are they trying to say that the vape pen's inside the post office package?
This is her carry-on, though, Ryan, probably. So she may have had her clothes in a couple of suitcases, but this is her carry-on bag.
All right, so I see some papers. They reading something. Okay, I want to see the vape pens. Okay, here's your contract. The fact you don't make any money in the States.
It's like, So listen, what stood out to me.
You're very poor in America, but Russia, you're rich.
So listen, someone once told me, because I know people that have transported a little bit of marijuana in their days on airplanes or whatever, and to see that,
and we're not talking gummies, right? We're talking the actual
stuff. We're talking about leaf. We're talking about from what I heard, leaf.
A package.
Yeah, a package. I would think, again, the last thing I would have it in, if that was where we found it, that was in that package they unsealed, would be the package that it came in. Now maybe they didn't come in, but it wouldn't be in something like that. If I was, and again, maybe she didn't think it was important. And when Ryan and I was talking about this yesterday, it was kind of like, why didn't she throw them away? Now you just said she was poor, which is disrespectful.
I said
So maybe
the
that's why.
WNBA, she's poor over there. In Russia, she's rich. Yes. Okay. She
Please,
ain't
sir, I
poor.
only have these empty cartridges and nothing else.
Right. Well, that's a good question, Ken. Why didn't she throw them away? Okay, because the story is they were empty, correct? So I don't vape. Are they reusable? I don't know this. I'm actually
They can be.
They can't. I know that people not see. I'm
not very efficient to do that, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would think so.
Okay.
With vape cartridges, there can be a little bit of the resin still at the bottom, I believe.
Yeah.
And maybe she was. Now, some people get that resin out of there. Like I've read on the internet, which to me, like what Ryan says, it doesn't really make sense to me. That it just probably would mean go get you another one or whatever. You know, like at one point, let me say this: at one point, you have to grow out of keeping your roaches. And I don't mean the actual.
Oh my God, that's what I was thinking too. It's kind of like she held on to a bunch of little roaches.
Roaches, remember? Because you
Put them out.
Would go through. Back in the day, it's like I used to but when I used to be a heavy smoker, I think I remember giving my roaches. Like I had like a big ashtray full of roaches. It was like, here you can, because it was like I got too much where I'm cracking roaches open, right? Like, but this is like, you know what I'm saying? But back in the day, listen, let me not front. There was a time where, man, if you didn't have money or couldn't find someone.
Oh, absolutely.
You open up about 7 roaches, you got you a bee right there, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get it, but I wonder if that was the reason why she may have kept, if they were empty but not all the way depleted, why she may have held on to them. Even though regardless, when you're going through customs in Russia, you probably, and mind you, I don't think this is a significant enough deal for them to say that she may be, like she can get 10 years, but I think I said today, I saw today she may get 9 months. I'm not saying that that's accurate or whatever. I just saw it in passing today. Russia got too much shit going on to be worried about her and her little motherfucking cartridges. All right, that's one.
For real.
Okay.
That's one. But this is the thing. This is the thing. And again, I'm being facetious. You cannot, and like one thing about Vladimir Putin's ass, you cannot be like, after the Olympics, we're gonna roar it up. Everybody else is doing it, but we're not gonna hide it. Right? You can't tell me that the drugs that help us win. You can't tell me that's okay. And Shorty just got some weed, basically, and she got to sit in Russia, like she got to sit in the Guthenstaven, right? The goulash or whatever, right?
The goulash. Then you to Siberia with the tigers.
Exactly. Breaking down cherubs for
take this big rock and turn it into one of them little ones.
Like, listen, you with your black ass, break the shifter rope down like you did in the 1690s. But you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Two things came to me when I was saying that. The one was, you're going to America where they have plenty of hash oil. Let's maybe dump this out right when we go in the TSA. The other thing is what you just said, Ken. This is freaking Russia. What are we talking about? They all talk about the stats of like everybody drinks vodka as water and they do all the crazy stuff. What was that? Remember we were talking, it wasn't fentanyl. It was something else. They had a heroin substitute came out of Russia and it was made out of gasoline.
Really?
And people were just like, it's had some kind of like crocodile name, or it was like called croc, something like that, or gator, something. And it was just like, people were just shooting it up and like, there goes your arm. Or you die.
It was
like the moonshine of heroin.
Oh no.
And this is Russia. We can't have a little bit of weed.
Right, dude. Like,
but our figure skaters can take out a grizzly bear. Don't forget about that. You know what I'm saying? They are here doing about 10 notes in the air, come down like perfect. Listen, this is my own thing with Brittney Griner. Now, I still didn't see the vape pens, although they're saying that's what she got busted, right? If you have it, I'm with y'all. Throw it away. You have money, and you're coming to a country where it's damn near basically legal. Because she plays in Phoenix, right? She plays in Phoenix. Is it legal in Arizona? It doesn't even matter.
Yes, it is.
It is, Ryan? Okay.
It was legal at the start of 2021.
Okay.
All right, so you're going back to Arizona, if that's saying where your home base is.
Is she going back to Arizona?
Or is she going to Texas? Because I think she's from Texas.
Okay.
So either way, you're going back to America. You can't get it, right? So chuck them. You don't need that, whatever like that. But I will say this. We are talking about a country, as I just made a joke, but it's kind of true. They give their figure skaters enough juice to fight a grizzly bear. You know? Also, too, you have a megalomaniac who has started a war and who's itching to start World War III. And I can definitely see them using her as a war propaganda kind of a thing. Oh, look at these Americans coming over with these drugs. It wouldn't surprise me, dog, if they was like, yeah, she getting 10 years. Hoping it doesn't happen.
We going to war. We going to war over Brittney Griner, baby.
We need a ride. We need a ride at that point.
That's the problem, though. This is the problem, though. It's crazy that it took. Now, they're saying that they was trying to negotiate to try to get her out. But 3 weeks, she has been in a Russian jail.
Right.
Hopefully, she's still in a Russian jail for 3 weeks.
We didn't find out about this till earlier this week, basically. Like
it was Sunday. I came out from seeing Batman, and I'm like, "What is this? Brittney Griner locked up in Russia?
What time did you go see Batman? You went to see Batman at 9 a.m.?
10 o'clock. 10 a.m.
Yeah, I'm about to say you went early because I was in the theater when you were like Batman. I'm like, damn, and I went to a noon show. So
I went to a 10 a.m. show because I'm like, hey, let's get this over with now. 3 hours.
You took the family with you, or you by yourself?
No, just me and Chanel.
Okay. Damn, Grace can't go see Batman. It's like that in the street.
You're ruining all the Batman talk. We gotta
real quick. We wanted to watch Coda. Great movie. You only watch half of it. It's basically about this girl who can sing, but she's the daughter of in a deaf family. Everybody's deaf except for her. Mm-hmm. And it's on Apple Plus, and it's a great movie. It's like PG-13. It's like, all right, fine. Oh my God, I was going to watch it with Grace. It's a great family movie.
PG-13 is not PG-13 anymore.
Man,
that's
listen,
what we always said. That's our running joke.
Yeah, they had the mother and father in there having sex with each other. PG-13, and I'm talking about putting on a condom. And Grace is like, what does this mean, Daddy? Right. What does this mean?
I've noticed myself how much
PG-13 is not. We say that all
the time.
Not.
It's basically rated R. It's basically rated R.
PG-13 is rated 18.
18.
All right, like, that's what we're like. That's what PG-13 is. It's right. You'd be like, damn, it's PG-13. We was like, what? This ain't no PG. Like, what the hell? Like,
exactly.
It's like that enabling parent that's like, one more cuss word, I'll put it on R. I'll put it on. Okay, fine. You're still PG-13. So but one more, right? But it was like, nah, we ain't gonna wait. We didn't take it to go see it. But back to Brittney Griner. So I'm just saying, in this particular matter, I don't believe anything to come out of Russia anyway, right? So they're doing all the propaganda saying that we're a bunch of bullshit anyways. Like, of course, you can't trust anything.
Yeah, we're going to invade Ukraine while all these Nazis are there. But the president is a Jewish man and family was in the Holocaust. Right. So that's what I'm saying. The propaganda is coming out like crazy.
Propaganda everywhere, y'all.
It is. I mean, this is 2016 presidential propaganda coming out of Russia right now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, could she have had it? Not going to deny it. Is she not the smartest for not dumping out the vape roaches? She should have done that, right? But at the same time, I'm talking about Russia. I'm not going to put too much stock into anything that they say right now, right? But the young lady has been missing, basically. She's missing in Russia for 3 weeks. Nobody's seen her. The first time we've seen her is that footage right there with the German Shepherd. And they're going through a package that would look like a bunch of Amazon packaged gym shoes and a post office looks something down the street of 95th and Jeffrey. So, so it's kind of like, okay, so what's going on? Again, I did see the picture of her holding basically the police sign. The mugshot. Thank you, Ryan. The mugshot. And we haven't seen her. Her wife doesn't know where she's at. Her family doesn't know where she is.
I feel bad for her wife. Like,
bad for Brittney too.
For sure.
I feel so bad for her wife. Where's Brittney at though?
I feel bad for her wife.
I feel bad for her wife though.
First of all, she is sister in a Russian jail, right?
Right.
That's 6'9". So
people know her. They know her. She's a celebrity.
People want to try her.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so like you're up and we don't even know how well, if at all, she speaks the language, right? Like, shawty is like, dog. Think about this. She's been basically living a really decent life for a Russian in Russia, I would suspect, right? Mm-hmm. And now she is in jail. In jail, right? And they're talking about giving her 10 years. And the worst part, if what was going on in Ukraine and us backing them probably wasn't taking place, chances are that the negotiations could have taken.
I think she would have been out.
She would have been out. She would have been out. Now I know, right? But now it's like. But listen, this is another. But I'm gonna tell you this. I just thought about this while I'm talking. Mm-hmm. It's also some American BS too, right?
How's that?
Because they knew that she was locked up in Russia.
Yeah, I think so too.
They should have been told us. No, she got a lot. They knew that she was locked up by some degree, from spying on Russia. That she was locked up in Russia.
I'm sure the the Russian towel boy made a phone call like, yo, the tall black girl from America, she's in jail.
Yet, but
she's in jail.
Right. Yeah. Right. Dude, so I mean, just that, because I mean, like, come on now, they have too much. If both of these countries have too much information on one another and back channels of information to think that you couldn't have let us know, basically, that they had her. But still, listen, first, it's on Brittney, because sis, you gotta leave them cartridges in Russia. All right, like you got to leave. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what type of
out the window.
From Russia with cartridges.
That's what. I used to say that back in the day. So that used to be my thing. But as far as being with Brian saying the James Bond thing. But then also it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know the strain that was. Like, if it was that valuable, it can't be, right? Like,
you think I can give up this Durban poison out here in Russia?
Girl, this is good stuff. This is good shit I bring back from Russia, girl.
Who's gonna knock you
thin line of resin, and you want me to give that up? What are you, nuts?
Listen.
Somebody try to throw it away. She smacked her hand. You better put that back.
Look,
put that down.
That Russian German Shepherd sniffed that bag and looked at Brittney like, really? Like you know. Really? Like, really?
You're making me arrest your ass for this?
Wait a minute. This is almost the equivalent of like what's my man out there play for the Washington Capitals and love Putin?
Don't do that. Don't bring Ovechkin into this. Don't bring Ovechkin.
This will be like if Ovechkin was walking around with some fentanyl, and we just lock him up, and then Russia's like, yo, where my man's at? All you see is Obi like this. No. Mother Russia, what they have him locked up? You know what I'm saying? So
listen, you sell us a few barrels, we'll give this guy up to you right away.
I mean, listen, it's still crazy. She's like a celebrity, if not a celebrity in Russia, and she's locked up. And we just found out about it 3 weeks ago from a country that just invaded a sovereign nation, a democratic sovereign nation, and they like, she said she has a weed. Come on, y'all. That's my whole thing. That's what I don't like about it. And also, too, let me. Go ahead, Ryan.
I think you nailed it. I think you figured out the defense. We gotta find Ovechkin, give him a little, give him some, just some liquid to get him loosened up. A little knock over the head, drop some drugs around him. Oh, we got to arrest Alexander Ovechkin.
You saying some old Biggie shit. Sprinkle crack on the floor. Make it seem drug related is what you're trying to say.
Hey, do you have a prisoner that you want to trade for this prisoner? Yeah. Wink, wink.
Why you gotta use Obi though? Why we gotta bring Obi? Like, can we leave our hands?
What the big Russian is over here in America playing?
There has to be an oligarch somewhere chilling over here. Probably
nobody know who he is. Nobody know who that dude is.
Where Ryan is at.
We gotta throw his ass out there.
I'm just saying.
Hey, like, they have been kind of getting on Obi for not saying anything. I think he kind of saying he said something, but Putin
okay, real quick.
Like, that's my man.
Do y'all know how many family members Ovechkin has in Russia?
Right. Oh, great.
Like sometimes when people are asking you, like, for instance, hold on, like, there's wait, there could be something going on in the black community, right? And you'd be like, Ken, you gonna speak on it? I'm like, I'm like that new Jordan Peele movie. Nope. All right, like, nope. I'm not giving you you figure that out. You know what I'm saying?
That's 100% valid with that one. Yeah.
This is so I'm still saying, like, I think, and this right here is, I could be totally wrong. I think Alexander Ovechkin knows, all right, one, I don't know about this dude, but one, I'm on his good side. And I mean, he runs Russia with a wicked hand, right? Mm-hmm. So you're not going to sit there like, what, he's never going to go home again? You know what I'm saying? So, like, sometimes when we ask people these things.
Oh, no doubt.
Not y'all. No, this isn't a you guys thing. I just like this is empathy. It's putting yourself in someone else's shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw where what's the name? Freedom. What's the Enos Freedom? Enos formerly Enos Cantor.
Yeah.
Had a nice post talking about how the Celtics coaches or someone have Ukrainian flags. And what Enos Cantor, Enos Freedom is from Turkey. Is that where?
I think he's Turkish.
Yeah. So with the problems that they have in Turkey with having his father, and he can't go back and threaten to kill him allegedly if he leaves the country or whatever, even going to Canada or whatever, to where he's like it's a double standard, and he's right. So I'm not taking that away from him, because if you don't have skin in the game, there's nothing wrong with saying something about something, right? So him pointing out you guys aren't really saying anything about Turkey, even though America doesn't pay a lot of attention to what's going on in Turkey. You know what I'm saying? So
America don't pay a lot of attention
exactly to nothing. Yeah. We sit here
unless we want to.
Right. We sit here and let them tell us what to be concerned about. All right. Exactly. That's what we do. We let we're concerned about this because you keep putting it in front of us and so on and so forth. But also know the reason why someone may be afraid, especially like here we act like our government isn't corrupt. Right. And I'm not by no means am I caping for Putin. No, not at all. But I'm trying to point out a difference. America will go through extreme lengths to hurt you, detain you, so on and so forth, and maybe kill you. Right. Putin would just kill. They will poison the mess out of you. All right. Like Russia is old school poisoning. Like back when there were kings and queens, where it's like, oh, we're gonna do it they will take you out, and you know it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can sit here to a certain degree in America, and not to say they won't take you out, but feel like, you know what, it's going to be hard for them to get away with that. Perhaps.
I can at least talk my shit. I can say what I want to say here.
Exactly.
Something might happen to me, but I can at least say what I want to say. Over there.
But in Russia, dude, like how many people that were running against Putin, how many journalists have we seen poisoned, not even in Russia? Do you know how no, you're not even poisoning me in Russia. I'm in England and you poisoning my ass, right? Like, so it's like I'm gonna be honest with you. That's I'm gonna be real.
It's honest. Like that.
When I see Russians, real quick, Ryan. When I see Russians protesting in the street,
that's wild to see.
It can ruin your life. I'd be like, y'all.
That is your life.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying y'all gun ho with y'all. Hats off to you. You gun ho, because that's like I can protest here in America. They may put my ass on a list. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure the CIA, somebody has a list, but it probably won't. And if it does, I may be able to hurt me with getting a job. Compared to Russia, it could be a wrap. And I'm not even just talking about financially. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when we're sitting there and be like, yo, Alexander Ovechkin, why don't you say something? It's like my granny's still over there. Right? Like what? Like, fuck you, granny. Right? Like my granny, like
you lived a long life, granny.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? My cousin, so on and so forth. Like, so you think about like real life. It's easy to say because we live in a social media world. It's like, man, like you just said, talk your shit. But man, it's not as easy in a lot of other places compared to America. And I'm not saying America doesn't come for you, but these other places come for you, and they don't even hide it for the most part.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think it's like that wild out there. Can't have a little hash oil.
Dude.
Hell no.
Yes. You know how much we already know the stuff that Donald Trump was doing in Russia. All right. I won't even get into that for the people like, so you already know.
A lot of showers of gold.
Exactly. If you got the money, if you have the money, you can do whatever. And that's the world, though. Let me not put that.
Yeah, that's the world. Yeah,
that's the world. But in all fairness, Brittney Griner does have money. She's not poor. She's a millionaire. I'm sure she's a millionaire, right?
She is. I'm sure. Yeah,
I'm sure she's a millionaire, right? Not Donald Trump wealth or whatever, but she's a millionaire. But still, one, because of what's going on in the country. Two, because of her skin color. You know what I'm saying? But listen, and also we don't know if because of her sexuality that they also that's another reason. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, that's
sexuality in general.
They hate. You're 100% right. And also too, I think that's one of the points of why it's not that big of a story even here in America.
You're right.
Like
you're right.
once it got out, it's like damn. But really, it's kind of like you have a black queer woman that plays in the WNBA that's over in Russia. You have a lot of people. I know we kind of make a light of it just because, but we also point out how crazy this is, and she's probably being used as a war propaganda tool right now, right? But I think a lot of people kind of dismiss her. Oh, whatever, Brittney Griner, whatever. Nah, man, this would be Could you imagine if this was shit? I even keep it within the WA. Imagine if this was Sue Bird over there,
Diana Taurasi.
If
this was Diana Taurasi, we going to get her. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Strap up. We going Air Force One. We going to get Diana. We going
Gino's
to
going to be Gino Auriemma is going to be at the front of the ship.
Exactly.
Direction.
Right. But you know what? I just looked up Brittney Griner's Russian contract. She make $1.5 million.
Right. I mean,
that's her Russian contract. Yeah.
She's the most
over here,
money for your ass, and you're still arresting her and not letting her go.
That's not talking about her endorsement. That's not even talking about her endorsements that she
probably over there.
That's what I'm saying, over there, not over here, but over there. Dog, Biden would sit there and be like, I know I said we were not going to have a feet on the ground, but damn it, they have Diana Taurasi. They have the white mamba. All right. We must get over there, right?
Brittney Griner's contract with the Phoenix Mercury is 3 years, $664,000.
That's ridiculous.
And she's over in Russia getting 1.5.
Damn.
That's why she got to smoke that weed. Dog, you for real talk. Y'all don't think
I gotta go back to America.
Exactly.
Just let me have my weed, sir.
No, wait. Dog, you're physically, you're the most dominant WNBA player perhaps ever. Now, ever.
She's like the Wilt Chamberlain.
That's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm getting to, right? And what you just said she makes 300. Her current check is for
3 years, $664,000.
Okay, so that means altogether she makes 1.3, 1.5 mil a year. Basically, with her Russia you said she make 1.1 in Russia, right?
1.5 in Russia.
So she make 1.7, all right, a year, right? And knowing that, dog, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. And I know also this is one thing too. If we were talking real about the WNBA, it's also supply and demand. You know what I'm saying? Like when people are talking about what you about to say, D?
Oh, I'm reading more into it. In 2022, Griner will earn a base salary of $227,900 while carrying a cap hit of $227,000. So she's making $227,000. That's her base salary here in America.
That's crazy.
In 2022. Here's what you said before to start the segment off. They pay their players in Russia to stay over there because they don't want them playing over in WNBA. It's basically the trash league of the damn other world. Right. And this is in America.
They don't want you tired. Because you've been playing, you didn't take your summer off, your off season off. So let me pay you. You know what I'm saying? But it's sad just financially when you look at, like D just said, the Wilt Chamberlain of women's basketball. Forget the WNBA, women's basketball, and she's making 1.7. You know what I'm saying? Like just now, also, like I say, it's still a supply and demand problem. I think sometimes we need to figure out how to get the demand up higher. But still, I can understand why she needed a little smoke. And people be like, man, you make a 1 point. Dog, how good of a player she is. She should at least be making about $3 to $4 million a year. And that's low.
You would think so, right?
Right. I mean,
you're not taking an off season. You're going to Russia.
They constantly playing over and over and over. And you would think, listen, I would just think for the safety aspect of it, the NBA can basically fund the WNBA.
It could.
If they wanted to. If they really wanted to. They can have those ladies. They can have these women over here that's American born for the most part. Damn near everybody in the country, I mean, in the league is basically American born. They can have a base salary of $1 million.
But I mean, how can you?
They can do it if they want to.
The problem though is ownership. Why is ownership? Think about it. Jerry Reinsdorf basically, and I'm gonna say, keep it real with you. Financially, you see why Jerry Reinsdorf didn't want the sky, right? I mean, think about this. Like when you're talking about making a buck. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna lose money with them.
He gonna open a UC up. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you. I thought the same thing, that definitely the NBA can take care of majority.
They can fund.
I mean, especially with. I mean, I don't know how often y'all are using those charter planes if the teams own the planes during the off season or whatever. But as far as when we keep hearing about these ladies not having charter flights and stuff like that, and Cam Bang having to pay to be in first class, you know what I'm saying? Because her team has her sitting in coach, and she's almost 7 feet, right?
Foolishness.
7 feet of sexy, but still, you know what I'm saying? It is. She is. I'm sorry. I didn't want to say that. I shouldn't do that.
On International Women's Day, Ken, is that what you're gonna do?
I mean, you have to appreciate a woman that's way taller than you, that is secure in her femininity and wants to show it, because a lot of people will be like, oh, she's too. No, I love, and also this is the real reason too with Cam Bang. I love someone who's gone through problems in the past. It's like she's had with her mental situation, right? And figure herself out. And she still has ways to go, I'm sure. I'm just like all of us do. But get to a happy place where she's that secure that she's like, here I am. That's really part. That's also attractive too. But that's the thing where, you know, she and when she sat there in Australia, had, you know, some Australia isn't necessarily all fair to us or whatever with the aces and stuff, and going through having depression and stuff like that. And to see her on the other side of it, I love that. About follow her on Instagram, I love that about her.
Everybody love Liz, man. Everybody love Liz.
So I mean, you know, it's Liz Angeles, but
Liz Angeles, I like that.
It's Liz Angeles. Well, I didn't make that up.
That was a good one. That's a good one. But no, I mean, I hope Brittney gets home, man. This is crazy. I actually signed a petition.
I can't wait to hear from her when she gets home.
Man, that's gonna be a story. That's gonna be a story to tell. That's gonna be a story to tell.
But you know what though? Let me say this.
That's a 30-30 of this.
Can she? Because is she basically gonna say she's gonna? Because is she gonna say she's gonna give up 1.5 moving forward?
Man, you think she going back? Man, Diana Taurasi.
Dude, you just said, dog. You just said. Well,
they better pull her to the side. Your ass ain't going back.
No. Dog. You just said she makes a year in the WNBA $200,000, over $200,000. She makes 1.5 in Russia. We don't even know what her bills are. You know what I'm saying? We don't even. She can have $1 million home, $2 million home for all we know on the pay if it's paid off in taxes.
Go to Barcelona.
Barcelona may not be paying that oligarch cash, baby. Those rubles may not be.
Oh, wait, but hold on. Russia is not going to be the country it once was either. I don't think the women are going over there no time soon. This ain't gonna be there like, oh yeah, everything's back to normal. That economy, that Russia is crumbling.
Who you think on them teams, D? All them oligarchs.
The oligarchs, but they can't even get their votes.
They got the same bank. They go to the same bank I go to here in America, D. All right. They got the same.
Why you on 71st and Stony Island? Why you on 71st and Stony Island?
So much cash in real estate and all the stuff over here. Like, please.
What are you lost? Yet?
Vladimir, you on 71st and Jeffrey again? What are you doing over here?
I'm just saying.
I can see you at this gas station in Walgreens, Vladimir.
With what you're saying, I could see
CVS.
it. But to sit there and to give up one dog, this is her livelihood.
Ken, that country is not going to be the same.
I'm not saying it. Okay. It's not the same, D. So guess what? They can't pay her 1.5. They can pay her $900,000. You not going to go get it?
Anybody anything no time soon, Ken. That country is not going to be the same after for a while.
We'll see. I'm not disagreeing with you. I know what the sanctions are doing.
Yeah, it's not good over there right now.
The point that I'm still making is, the oligarchs are going to be straight, and I'm sure a majority of those is the people that own those WNBA teams.
Well, you got oligarchs trying to put out hits on Putin, so I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Messing with my money like that, I wouldn't be sitting there smiling or whatever.
Listen, but you got the Russian citizens over there. Do I want bread and water, or see the 7-foot American girl? I think I'm going with the bread and water. Because the ruble is done.
Those Russian oligarchs over there listening to Lindsey Graham. You're like, oh, Lindsey, you're right. You're right, Lindsey. You're right. I'm tired of this.
Come on.
I'm tired of
I like that Carlson.
Have you heard of this American? Lindsey. He said we should take out Putin.
Hey,
this American from South Carolina, Lindsey. Oh God.
All right. Definitely.
Oh God.
We definitely appreciate.
Real quick, Ken.
Bro.
Hey, make sure, like I said before, I tweeted out a change.org petition. You know what I'm saying? It's out there from a sports writer I have been following for a while. I don't think we're related. Her name is Tamron Spruill. It's probably spelled different, but probably owned by the same lady. I'm being honest. But she has the petition out going right now. They got like over 25,000 people kind of sign for, you know what I'm saying, just kind of bringing more awareness. I don't know if it's going to help that much, but kind of bring more awareness that Brittney Griner has basically been kidnapped by the Russian cops and put up in a Russian jail, and we just not finding out about it for 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think it's a lot to do with the fact that her sexuality and the fact that she's a black woman. So
and the fact that America is
she's American.
By proxy
with Russia. And it's possibly going to turn to something else that she could be used for as a propaganda for the war. So I just want to make sure people understand what's going on. And we're making light of it, because it's such a terrible situation, but this is very serious. Her family does not know where she's at, and she's in missing 3 weeks. So I hope Brittney Griner makes it home. It's
real. On the side note, on another note, I was picking up Kenton from debate practice last week, and they were talking about him and Kelsey were talking about the number of teachers at school with the last name Smith. And it's like, yeah, that's a common last name. I was like, that just means it was a really big plantation. So a lot of plantations. I was like, Kenton was like, oh. You can tell it hit him like, he's like, yeah. This is like, that's what that usually.
Chanel just did her. I got her the DNA ancestry. She got her percentages back.
You want to tell us before we leave? Go ahead.
She's majority of black is Nigerian, which I think a lot of black people are.
All of us are Nigerian. Brian is Nigerian for all of us. I mean, my closest friends, all my close friends, not all my close friends, but my African friends that I grew up with were really like, I had my one of my first my first best friends in grade school was Nigerian. My next door neighbors, who are some of our best friends, were Nigerian. So I always grew up with Nigerians. And then like my play sister, she's first generation Ghanaian, or I don't know if that's Ghanesian or Ghanaian, but anyway, yeah. But tell us real quick.
No, real quick. No, but like a good percentage of our DNA is also Russian.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. Kind of like,
how much is Russian? How much is Russian?
I think it's about
30.
19%, 20%. So it's kind of like, it's a good amount. So it's
like vodka. You like the vodka?
Yeah.
Yeah. What Chanel like to drink. So, you know. Whereas Irish is basically Nigerian, Irish, and Russian is what the majority, I believe, is at. You know,
sounds like a good beginning to a good joke.
Hey.
How much is Irish, D? How much is Irish?
Oh, it's quite a bit. I think it's close to 20-some% is Irish. 20-something like Irish. The Nigerian, that's the first thing hopped up. 26%. I remember that. 26% is Nigerian. Everything else is like really close. It's European. It's really close. But it's only for two. So her ancestry basically only comes from 2 continents: Europe and Africa. Mine is a bit more kind of mixed up. I got some Native American ancestry. I got some African, Eastern African, Western countries, a little bit of Egyptian, a little bit of Scottish. I'm kind of like some of everything. It's kind of like
that was just one more continent, is what you're saying, D?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Well, that's all right.
I want to do one of those. I feel like it'll be boring though. It'll just be Polish.
You should do it. Do it, Ryan.
I'm getting close, but it's just still I don't want that clone that they make of me in 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you'll be back.
I know. That's kind of the reason I was like, maybe I should do it. Just I tricked you. I'm back, bitches.
I'm back.
Give me new hearts.
All right. As Demaz has told you, make sure you go on Twitter to Demaz1 and check out that petition and sign it so we can try to bring attention or help Brittney Griner. Also look out for that sister. She shouldn't be over there locked up over some damn cartridges. So let's try to do that. We're gonna have some more stuff on some other episodes with Demaz coming up in the next couple of days. So definitely check that out. Again, Demaz1, make sure you check that out. We always appreciate it, and please don't do anything crazy before you hear from us again. D,
keep your hands to yourself.